What's going on, boys and girls? It's Retrospective here. I'm just going to do a walk around video of my motorcycle, all the modifications that I've done to it over the 2 years I've had it. The first year of riding, I did get into an accident and I had to rebuild the rear end of the motorcycle. But I'll just do a overall video of every modification that I've done to this bike, starting from the front of the bike to the back of the bike. To start off, I did put these guys on here so that way if I do go down, you can see that there is some wear right there from me actually going down. That side and that side, it protects the bike from scratching up here and along this fender. Other modifications that I did to it was these flasher lights, turn signals. They were big and bulky, sticking out to like here before I put these on, and had a flasher relay installed under the seat, so I took care of all that on both sides. Another thing you can easily notice right at the start is the stock mirrors are removed, and I put these plates on here, put the bar end mirrors on, gives a more sleek look, makes it look nicer and overall more clean. Another feature just for aesthetically pleasing looks is a black windscreen instead of the clear see-through one. Just makes it look better and works with the red, white, and black layout of the bike. Another thing that I did, I'll turn the bike on real quick so that way you can see. High beams on as well. Another thing I did was the auxiliary running light. I made that red. It used to be like a white color, like an off-white, and the high beam and low beam used to be also a different like a white color. And you can see that they're like an ice blue, but it's very bright at night and it makes it easy to see everything in front of me. Under the bike, I have, in front of the intercooler, is a kind of like a rock and bug guard, so that way if any rocks or bugs fling up there, that kind of protects it. And you can see it has a cool little logo for the R3 on there. Yeah, that turned out nice as well. Moving to the, I'll call it the cockpit of the bike. I changed out the levers, the clutch lever from the stock one. It used to be like a silver one that stuck out to here. Didn't like it, made it shorter and looks much nicer, cleaned it up well. And also the brake lever as well. Other than that, I also lowered the clip-ons, so it's a more aggressive feel and aggressive look to the bike. As you can see, they used to be up here, now they're down underneath. Another simple modification that anybody can do is put a ram mount on their bike in any location that's good for you. This spot was great for me. Puts my phone on there, holds it well, and it does a good job of holding it. It's never flown off, never gave me any issues. These little caps that you can see are just for pretty much aesthetics. They don't actually serve a purpose, but makes the bolts that are actually there, they're the bolt caps that are there, are hidden. So it's just like a steel color on there instead of a regular silver bolt looking thing. So it just looks nicer. It's more aesthetics. Another thing to improve the feel of the ride on the bike is I changed out the R3 throttle tube to an R6 throttle tube. If you guys know, it makes it a little bit bigger, and it also makes it easy for me to get up to speed quicker. Another thing that I did was change the gas cap. Change the gas cap because when I would go to a gas station, I'd have to take my key out of the ignition, flipped up the lid, stick the key in and then take it out. But now it's just as easy as 1, 2, and 3. That's out. Just little aesthetics here and there that I did were the ionized red on the oil reservoir cap and also the rear brake reservoir cap, so it just makes it pop a little bit more other than a regular black and a regular black. It makes it just pop here and there. You can see my custom exhaust with the scraped finish. That was in the accident, and I still use it because it's perfectly fine, and I think it gives it some of its own kind of personality to the bike. Also here it got scratched up a little bit, but I used to have frame sliders on, and that's why you don't see this scratched up and the other side scratched up. I used to have frame sliders, but I got rid of them because one of them were bent and I didn't like the way it looked when it was bent. Let's see. Another thing that makes it easy to pick up the bike and put it on a stand are these guys here and here. Makes it easy to work on the rear set of the bike. Simple to install. Just take out the bolts that are there and put those on, and then put the bolts straight through it. Let's see, I also have this. Just doesn't really serve much of a purpose except for making sure that I don't scrape my gas tank with like a belt. If I'm wearing a belt or if I have keys on my belt, make sure I don't scrape it up that way. When I was in the motorcycle accident, I did have to get a new shift lever because this one was all bent to shit and I couldn't bend it backwards, or couldn't bend it back. And then also this rear brake set was completely shredded and torn apart, so I had to put a new one on there and get that all working. And actually the rear brake caliper as well was busted up, and I had to put a new one on and flush the fluid through the tube to the brakes. The main thing that was caused, or that messed up in the accident, was actually the swing arm. It was all mangled and twisted, so the bike wouldn't even stand up straight, and the tire was like off kilter and just like that instead of straight. Another thing you can see is the mud guard right here, and also a chain guard right here, so that way if any mud kicks up, it doesn't hit the back of here. It actually keeps it clean there, and if my passenger drops her foot down, then she doesn't get her foot chewed up by the chain. I used to have a rear seat cowl right here, but after the accident it kind of just flew off and it couldn't keep a good grip on the seat anymore, so I put the original back on, and it stays locked on there. Let's see, other thing that I'm missing would be the rear fender eliminator, which cleans up the bike very well. I would definitely suggest getting a rear fender eliminator kit for any stock motorcycle. It just cleans up the rear end of the bike so much better. It used to be all the way out to back here and it just looks so ugly, but that cleans it up much better, and you can see the license plate still. There's a little light that comes down right here, so that way it still follows the legal guidelines of New Jersey's code. And then the LED flashers are big enough to see for another person and small enough to hide from being a big, bulky, junky looking turn signal. For the most part, that is all of the things that I've done to this bike, because it's only a 320cc engine, to be exact, and I don't really see much of a purpose in doing full system exhaust, because it's not like it's gonna be my bike forever. I'll be riding it for a few years, and then once I decide to step up, I'll upgrade to a 600 and hopefully one day 1,000. I'm actually currently working on the Triumph that you saw in the garage video tour that I showed you, and that is a work in progress that I'll have to get up and running. It's actually a 750cc Bonneville, and once I get that running, I'll definitely be taking that for more rides and learning how to ride that and have all types of fun with that. But this is just a quick video so that way you guys can see all the modifications I've done to the bike over the years. If you have any questions about it, please leave a comment below. If you want to know how to install some of these things, also leave a comment and subscribe. I'll be sure to post videos on how to, and make sure you turn on that bell notification so that way you get notified whenever I upload videos. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys are getting into riding yourselves, let me know what bikes you're looking into. I definitely want to hear some feedback and give you guys support on starting riding. I'll even teach you some videos on how to ride if you want me to. Just make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.